Hello, good morning to all center. Welcome in today's geography class. My name is Praveen Chaube and I am here to start your geography, the first session of your, the first class of your session. Okay. First of all, I want to tell you about the things that required to study in UPSC examination, the pattern and the strategy, how you will able to complete your syllabus within given time period. Okay. So as you know, the class is about the geography. Geography basically it is your most dominant subject in your GS syllabus. If you will study very well geography, then you will able to write a very good answer not in GS paper 1 but also in GS paper 2. So GS paper 3, okay, GS paper 3 that include your environment, economic, geography. I already had discussed in orientation class about the subjects dominant, how geography dominant in GS paper 1 and GS paper 3. Apart from this GS paper 1 and GS paper 3, you will find sometime essay that is sometime essay that is a topic based on political issues, international relations, or a geopolitical crisis. That is the a term that defines something which is related to the geography. So once you will able to understand the different subjects of GS like geography, polity, economics, history, okay, these are the four, you can say, four pillar of GS: geography, polity, economics and history. If you will prepare very well with all these subjects, means you are good in GS paper 1, and apart from this static portion that include your geography, polity, economics and history, apart from this you also are more aware with the current affair. Okay, go with the current affairs, whatever the things you are reading in newspaper, and try to relate your current affair portion with the static portion. Okay, this is very hard and this is very tough in initial stage to understand the entire process. Okay, but I am very sure you will able to do very well in your exam if we will guide you in a proper manner, and whatever the things required, I will that is important for your this examination, I will try to explain here. Whatever your doubts, query regarding about the subjects, about the optional subjects, about any part of your examination pattern, prelims, mains and interview, you just call me and message me. Okay, I will answer your all query. Now, you know the today's session name is NCERT Geography. Why NCERT? Okay, the first thing, whenever you will start to prepare for UPSC examination, experts and who are already qualified this examination, like who already secure a very good rank, 1 to 100 ranks. If you will talk to any senior who means qualified, they first suggest you in initial stage you should first complete your basic books, that is, or textbooks, that is called NCERT book. So NCERT is very important for this examination point of view. Why NCERT is important? Because NCERT will provide you a clear picture about the what you have to study in UPSC examination. Okay, first thing that is very important to know, that is what should you study and what should avoid, what should not to study in this examination, because GS is a very broad term. General studies is very broad term. Everything means whatever you see in newspaper, in initial stage you will see every news is important for this examination. But once you will able to see the past year question paper, will go through with your textbooks and like test series, you will, when you will attend a test series, in that case you will able to understand that you know something which is, means out of, if 25 important news is given in today's newspaper, out of 25 only 10 or 12 is important for this examination. Rest are not so much important, because in newspaper every articles and every news is repeated in proper manner. Say they have been some modification like that, and the things that is most important to keep in your mind, you should remember the syllabus first of all. Okay, each and every subject what you have to study in GS paper 1, like in GS paper 1, General Studies paper 1, your mains examination, it include your world history, modern history, art and culture, Indian society, and geography. Okay, and this is the some portions. These are different subjects. Different subject you have to study in single paper. So your approach will be in such a manner that not consume a lot of time and don't give lot of time to any particular subject. Try to give equal time on each and every subject. Okay, and how you will able to manage all these things? Once you able to know you remember the syllabus. This is the syllabus, this is GS paper 1 syllabus. You remember the term, what is the term is given. For example, I will discuss here. Sajal Jain, I will explain you how to identify that news. See, a news, to identify a proper news, a relevant news, you should first know the syllabus. Okay, you should remember the syllabus, because if you are reading somewhere in newspaper about the Naxalism, okay, suppose you are reading about the Naxalism, or you are reading something about the cyber security, some new threats coming in our country because of this cyber security of our country is in dangerous position. So you already know you have to study cyber security in GS paper 3. So that news is very important for you, okay, because if any question will come in cyber security in GS paper 3 mains examination, you will able to write a good answer if you know the things which is in current issues, okay. And if you know the causes, some basic part of Naxalism, what is the reason of Naxalism, what are the motive behind the Naxalism, how Naxalism are means not want to development in a society. If you know all these things, if any newspaper, in any news, current event, you will find some news about the Naxalism, some Naxalism surrendered, state government start a new scheme through which Naxalism surrendered to the government. So all these things are important for your mains examination. So it is very essential and important for you to know the syllabus. And syllabus side by side, you should also see the past year question paper, because you will able to understand the UPSC, where UPSC is more focused. Where UPSC is more focused and what type of basically they frame a question from current events and how they relate with the static portion. Okay. So newspaper is reading very essentially. You have to read newspaper on regular basis. Any newspaper, not important you should follow 2 newspaper. Most of the students who are started to preparing for this examination, they are started to read a 2 newspaper in same day, Indian Express and the Hindu. No need to read 2 newspaper, read only 1 newspaper, the Hindu, either the Hindu or Indian Express. Okay, because the same news is given in each and every paper, but their explanation is different. Okay. So NCERT, when we talk about the NCERT, why NCERT is important for this exam? Okay. See, NCERT, first of all, basically you can consider NCERT as a syllabus. Okay. Why I am saying that? It is not mentioned anywhere. Why I am saying NCERT is a syllabus? Because you will able to get an idea about where you have to focus. Okay. In your mains examination syllabus, the syllabus which is published by UPSC in notification, syllabus that is published by UPSC, what is the syllabus? Basically it include, when we talk about the geography, so in prelims, suppose you want to see what you have to study in geography in prelims, they mention India and world geography. This much is only mentioned in your prelims syllabus. India and world geography. Now what type of geography? See, geography is a very broad subject, okay. Our geography is very broad subject and it include India and world geography. World geography, you know, 7 continents are there, oceans are there, mountains are there, many rivers are present throughout the world. Many things happen, geophysical activity happen throughout the world. So when you will see the syllabus, it's a very broad term. Means whatever you see, any geographical changes throughout the world, that is important for your examination. But all these things are not important for this examination, and you have not a time to read each and every country news about their geographical changes, about whatever the things happening in their locations. It is not possible for anyone to read entire Indian geography and remember entire Indian geography, entire world geography for this examination. It's not a SSC examination. You should one thing know, this is not SSC one day examination. It is a UPSC IAS examination. Basically, it's focused more on your analytical approach, about your analysis, how you analyze the news. And UPSC will never ask you straightforward question. Okay, whatever the things happening in current events, that will UPSC will not ask in a current straightforward. There may be some tricky points or tricky statement that will confuse you in examination. So you have to read a newspaper, and in same time you have to also make your own analysis. What is the meaning and what will be happen in future if such thing is repeating in a continuous manner. Okay, for example, you are reading in newspaper about the melting of glacier in Himalaya. Himalayan glaciers are melting because of global warming. I'm very much sure that you all know the meaning of global warming, because it's a very common term nowadays. Global warming, basically a temperature, average temperature of the earth is increases. That is global warming. A temperature increases because of this glacier is melting. Now suppose you read this news somewhere given in the Hindu newspaper. Now how UPSC will make a question from this news? They can ask you about the consequences. Consequences, what will be the consequences when entire glacier of Himalaya will melt? And one thing you should also know, you know the Ganga river, Brahmaputra river, Indus river, that all rivers that is present in northern part or Himalayan rivers, that all main source is glacier. If the glacier is completely melt, then what will happen? These rivers, which is nowadays called a perennial river, means throughout the year they flow, throughout the year they flow. So what will happen if the glacier will completely melt? This river will not continue as a perennial river. This river become a seasonal river, means during only monsoon rainfall, the water will be present in this river. So these are some consequences happen when a melting of glacier will completely done because of the increasing global warming, increasing temperature on the earth's surface. Okay. So this type of question, when you will see a newspaper, you try to see the things in a like a policy maker, because your ultimate aim to make a policy. When you will become an IAS officer, it's not about this geography, polity, history, economics, whatever you are reading for this examination, preparing for this examination, that all will make you a perfect analytiker. You will become a perfect analysis, a perfect policy maker, because you will able to see the things in a different angles. Suppose you are seeing the things, you will able to manage a district where a flood is a regular phenomena. In every rainy season there is a flood. So when you will make a policy regarding the construction of dam, embankments or bridges, you will be able to know the things in a different manner, different perspective view. You will able to see the society, the culture of the persons who are living in there. You will not able to hurt their culture also. You will see the employment opportunities. What are the employment opportunity will be provided, and how this employment opportunity is affected because of incoming of flood in regular seasonal, regular monsoonal seasons. So this is the motive behind that. In GS, you have to know the things in a broader manner. At the same time, you know the economy of our country. At the same time, you know the history past of our country. At the same time, you know geography, polity, and environment. That is called that is the happening in whatever happening in recent days because of human activities. Okay. So these are all the things, basic idea to read geography, polity is about, to be a more analytical and think in a broad manner, in a different angles. So what I am saying that in syllabus, when you will see Indian geography and world geography, you will not able to get an idea what type of geography you have to study for this prelims examination. Then what you will do? Two things. You will see past years prelims questions. Okay, whatever the question you already means, I will suggest you see from 2011 to 2019. Okay, no, don't go beyond 2010. Just see from 2011 to 2019 prelims question. Okay, this much is sufficient. After seeing this 9-year question, you will be means get a sufficient idea ki where you have to focus and what are the things you will read from the NCERT. Okay, so when you will see the past year prelims question, most of the questions in geography, when we talk about geography, polity, economic, history, that will come from your NCERT book. That is state by line. When you read a NCERT line by line, the same statement UPSC also pick and frame a question in UPSC prelims examination. So syllabus, why I am saying the syllabus, because you will able to know what the things you have to study in world geography and what you have to study in Indian geography. Okay, Indian geography is very broad, that include your rivers, okay, mountains, okay, rivers, mountains, soils, vegetation, okay, climate, all these things you have to study for Indian geography. Now when you will see the past year question paper, you will know if you have to study river, then what are the things that is important to study from rivers, like the tributaries of river, rivers flow of river, which river is called a west flow river, which river is called east flowing rivers. These things basically UPSC asked to know whether the candidate or students means understand the Indian map or not. Okay, Indian map, whether you are remember or not, that is the main thing here, main purpose for asking such a questions. Mountains, they can ask you question from mountain about to arrange the following mountain of India from north to south, arrange the following mountain from east to west, which of the following mountain is the part of Himalaya regions, which of the following mountain is a part of Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat. So you will see different mountains are present in our country. So you have to read in this manner. Keep in your mind these things, that you have to not mug up each and everything. You have to see the things, you have to keep the map in your mind while solving a question in prelims examination. So syllabus will provide you, this NCERT will provide you idea where you have to focus, and at the same time you will also see the past year prelims question. Okay, and this is the very important, NCERT is very important for your prelims point of view. Okay, because those student who are reading NCERT in a very well manner, means they know each and every things, whatever things given, each and every concept given in NCERT they know in very well manner. At the same time, that candidate also read a current affair. Okay, so both NCERT plus current affair will help you to qualify prelims examination. Okay, to qualify prelims examination you have to read NCERT. Each and every, some students said that candidate said that sir, I am not able to read NCERT. They started to read some a reference book, like when we talk about the geography, many reference books are available in the market, like Majid Hussain, Indian geography. Majid Hussain is present. So no need to, if you are not choose your geography as an optional subject, no need to read Majid Hussain for this UPSC examination. If you are GS student, even if you are not a geography optional student, no need to read some reference book. You just read the NCERT, Indian geography from NCERT. You will able to get good marks in mains examination and able to solve the also question in prelims examination. Okay. So idea where you have to focus from syllabus, and NCERT plus current affair will help you to qualify prelims examination. Now when we talk about the mains, no, you know, I am just basically here concerning about the geography. I am not concerning about any other subject. Class stopped in between. See, so I am just basically focus on here geography. Okay, and for mains examination, you know, mains there is GS paper 1, where geography is very important. That out of 250 marks, 100 marks you will score, you will see the question from geography. Out of 250 marks, 100 marks. This is the case of GS paper 1, where geography more dominant. Okay, and some of the things in geography in GS paper 1, like world history, not so much interested to read world history. Art and culture, most of the students are not want to study art and culture, about the cultures things. So in that case, if you are very good in geography, then nothing you have to worry about this. Okay, you will able to get a good marks in GS paper 1. But I am not saying that you completely escape these all topics. Okay, you should focus, at least you read NCERT of each subject, whether it's history, polity, geography and economics. You read NCERT of each subject, and I am very much sure that you will get a question from NCERT in even mains examination, because in mains examination the geography question will come you will see the theories like continental drift theory, plate tectonic theories, some theories given in climatology like air mass, okay, air mass, inversion of temperature. We will discuss one by one each and every topic in detail when we will start our subjects like geomorphology, everything, climatology. So my idea here is to just explain you the importance of NCERT and why this today's class session is named NCERT Geography. To basic idea, your first priority to read NCERT, then you will switch to some other reference book or to some other books available in the market. The first things, if you are very good, will able to complete your NCERT in a very proper manner, you think yourself that you done a half of your job. Okay, means you will able to read a reference book, that will not take so much time, because you already have a basic idea of things. That will be more explanation and more elaborated manner given in some other reference book. No connection. Sajal Jain, are you means able to see? Okay, so this is about the importance of NCERT that will be helps to qualify prelims examination. Is it okay? It helps to qualify prelims examination. And when I am saying the NCERT is a syllabus, basically it will provide you idea where you have to focus more on the subjects. So let's start today a session that is geography in detail. What is geography and the syllabus, that is important to know before starting any subject. Okay, before starting any subject, you should know the syllabus at least. Okay, what are the things you have to study, where you have to focus more in the following subjects. So we already discussed about the prelims subject, prelims syllabus, that is include your India and world geography. Okay. And when we talk about the mains subject, mains syllabus, basically include your GS paper 1, general studies paper 1, where you will see the things given as topics like a salient features of world physical geography. Okay, this is the first statement given in your main syllabus about the salient features of world physical geography. Now you see the word here given, world physical geography. Okay, and I want to tell you here, geography is a two type. One is called a physical geography, and another one is called human geography. So basically geography subject divided in two parts. One part is called physical geography about the physical features, whatever you see on the earth surface, like mountains, plateau, plain, river, ocean, sea, lake, and the atmosphere, basic atmosphere, about the climate, weather changes, whatever you see the things in surrounding you, that all are part of physical geography. And the human settlement, when we talk about the settlement of human beings, their occupation, their culture, their means when we talk about human aspects about and link with the geography, that is the part of your human geography. So this statement given in your syllabus, salient feature of world physical geography, it means you have to read the world physical geography in a detailed manner. And this for this world physical geography, class 11 NCERT, class 11 NCERT, that is the name of the NCERT is the Fundamental of Physical Geography, Fundamental of Physical Geography. Most important book, very important book for your prelims and mains examination. So a salient feature of world physical geography include your class 11 NCERT. You will see there are two NCERT in class 11. One is called of the Fundamental of Physical Geography, another one is called Indian Geography. Okay, so this book will help you to complete this syllabus, this part of your syllabus. Salient feature of world physical geography means after completion of all the chapters given in class 11 NCERT, you will get an idea about the things, and the questions will come in prelims and mains examination. Okay, second thing is about given in your main syllabus, a distribution of key natural resources, okay, including key natural resources of the world, including India, Indian subcontinent and South Asia. Means most focus given about the Indian subcontinent and South Asia. Now you know what is natural resources. The natural resources you already know. The resources which are means help for human beings, that is available in natural, like you know, a coal, petroleum, natural gas, okay, and minerals, whatever the minerals we are extract from the earth crust, that are part of natural resources, gold mines, everything. So importance, key natural resources basically coal, petroleum and natural gas, these are some key natural resources, because any country's economic depend on the following resources available in their territory. Okay, so this is the key natural resources, and Indian subcontinent and South Asia. The more focus about the India and the neighboring countries like Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, China, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Indonesia. These are the countries which are located in India and South Asia. That is the part of your resources which is present and available and found in the following countries. That is will be important for your mains examination. Okay, and you have to focus more on here. This will help you class 12 NCERT, class 12 NCERT. That is the book name is called, one is called Human Geography and another one is India, People and Economy, Indian People and Economy. These two books of class 12 NCERT, that will be help you to complete this portion, distribution of key natural resources of the world including Indian subcontinent. And the third is factors responsible for primary, secondary and tertiary sector. Okay, factors responsible for primary, secondary and tertiary sectors. You know, when you will see some cities map, like you want to see a Delhi map or Bangalore map or any other huge mega cities map, you will see a pattern that there is some central position of each and every cities where all the economic activity is centered there, and location of any industries. When we talk about the location of cotton industries, location of sugar industries, location of iron and steel industries, basically it's not randomly set up in anywhere. Okay, it's depend on many factors. For example, when we talk about the iron and steel, so you will see iron and steel industries maximum you will see in Bokaro, you know the name Bokaro steel plant, okay, and Bokaro steel plant, then this is called Tata, okay, Jamshedpur Tata steel plant, and another steel plant like this is Durgapur, okay, Salem in Tamil Nadu, Vishakhapatnam. So these are some steel plant that is you will see located in location. Suppose this is the steel plant located in this area, and this is the map of this. This is the Bokaro map, for example, and this is the steel Bokaro steel plant is present here. Now, why this steel plant is present here? Because their iron ore is available here. Iron ore is also here, okay, coal field is here, Jharia coal field is here, because coal field is because coal is required to a melting process of iron, blast furnace where pig iron is melted, and to make it pure, a coal, a fuel required for this, availability of the coal is here. Densely populated area, it is a densely populated area. Densely populated area. Why this is densely populated area? And because of this densely populated area, availability of cheap labor, okay, labor problem will be not it will be not an issue here, because this is a big industry. This is a big industry that required a very good amount of labor, a skilled labor also required. So in that case, means the plant owners no need to borrow or labors from some other part of the India or some outside the India. Okay. Sajal Jain, still you are facing problem regarding visibility of the class and not able to access. So what I am saying that the factors, so when we talk about the factors of primary, secondary and tertiary sector, now you know primary basically agriculture activity. Agriculture activities come under primary sector. Okay, a secondary sector include your like cottage industries and some industries where we are using a part of agriculture, part of the raw materials from the agriculture, that is called a secondary sector, or we can say manufacturing sector. Okay, manufacturing sector. And tertiary sector basically include your service sector, like telecommunication, okay, BPO, business processing outsourcing. These are the some okay, problem resolved. So what I am saying that these are the primary sector, basically agriculture sector, secondary sector like manufacturing sector, all these things, and tertiary sector like service sector, that is the part you see in Bangalore, southern part of our country. Bangalore is called IT hub. Why it is called IT hub? Because of most of the economic activities solely depend on service sector. Okay, this is the called and you know these things are not randomly distributed in anywhere. There are some factor responsible for this, and I am just giving one example about the steel plant. You know the Bokaro steel plant is present. Then why Bokaro steel plant is present in a particular location? Because you see a nearby area iron ore is available. Yes sir, can you write down it's in very because things I am here discussing, that will be important to means you able to know the things which part of NCERT you have to read for a particular section of your syllabus. Okay, right. So what I am saying that ki iron and steel industries basically a coal field is present, then availability of the coal is required to burning of to melt iron, ore of iron, you know, ore include many impurities, not pure form of iron, siderite, hematite, these are the some ore of iron that is present in an impure manner, and there is a processing required to clean it, and clean it with that required a very high temperature blast furnace one instrument where means coal required, and if coal is present very near to the industry, it is very means feasible for these industries that key transfer the things very means nearby area in a very short, if the means transport or duration is very short, then no problem. Okay, so iron ore Bokaro Steel City plant. Okay, Bokaro Steel City plant is present. Populated area, cheap labor is available here. Iron ore is here. Coal field is here, and at the same time, a very good transport facilities. Very good transport facilities. A river, a flow of river is here. River. And then a railway line. Okay, so these are the some factors, you know, the river, Damodar river is present. Okay, Damodar river is present here, railway line is here, okay, railway line, because that will able to transport the items from one place to another place. It is very easy for to transport, no need to go a far location. Availability of the labors, coal field, iron ore, rivers, water is also required, availability of the water. So all these factors responsible for setup of any industries. Okay, so you have to read in, you have to study in this manner, the factor responsible for primary, secondary and tertiary sector. When we talk about the agriculture, you know, sugar industries, sugar industry, cotton industries. Okay, sugar industry, cotton industries there, and then you know, different types of crops are means cultivated in our country. Okay, so sugar, cotton industries, you see some jute industries. Some few examples that you know, a location, when we see the industries location in our country map, you will see most of the sugarcane industries now is present in both southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere. But this year in prelims examination there was a question about the sugar. Sugar is more cultivated in area as compared to the cotton area. So that is the basically question from your India, people and economy, this part of your NCERT. Okay, so this NCERT will help you to cover this portion. Okay, for Indian perspective, you will see different industries, the petroleum industries they are given, at automobile industries are given. So you will get an idea, and you will get an sufficient information to come, means if the question will come from this part, you will able to write a good answer. At the same time, you should also know the some of the issues, current issues regarding cotton industries, what current means problem faced by cotton cultivated farmers, and the labors of cotton industry, what they current problem they facing, what are the challenges in present day regarding means if government want to establish or explore the industries, then what are the challenges in front of the government. Okay, so if you know a little bit information from current issues, and you have a very good idea from a static portion, then you will able to write a good answer, and believe me, you will get a very good marks. Okay, one thing again you keep in your mind that those students who are qualifying for prelims examination and writing for mains, they all are expert, they are all are very good in GS, because qualifying a prelims is not a means it's not a joke, and nobody is qualifying prelims randomly. Okay, means without just selecting the question tukka marring, that is the not the means things apply here in UPSC examination. Those qualifying prelims, it means that those person are worked hard for this examination, and 12,000 to 15,000 candidate every year write mains examination. and you know out of 12,000, 30,000, 13,000, only 5,000 to 6,000 select for they call for select for interview call. So rest are means rejected by UPSC. So your competition is become more and more tight, bigger, more and more tight when you will move or will reaching towards your interview destination. So prepare in this manner that means whatever type of question will come in mains examination, you will able to write a very good answer. Okay, and this is the way. This is very simple. If you will apply, if you follow this simple logic, that whatever things given in NCERT, just read the same from newspaper also. Okay, if any issues regarding the jute industry is happening, that is the important for your jute industry, any issues you are facing, in that case that will be important. You understand that this year the question might be come from this news, because this is in the newspaper about the industries, and the basic idea about the industry you will get from NCERT, and the current affair from your whatever the issues you are reading newspaper. From there you will be able to write some few lines, a few things, some few important points from current event, that means that is important. That is, suppose if labor means of jute industries are facing some problem, then what is the reason behind this? Just you know the reason, and what the things government should do to resolve the issues. Okay, because in mains examination you have to write your own viewpoint also. Okay, no only write the things which is already given in NCERT and newspaper. Your answer must be include your own viewpoint, your own analysis, how government should means take other steps, and never criticize government in your answer while writing answer. Okay, whatever the policy of the government, that is good. You have no need to no need to criticize the government policies. You write a good answer. At the same time, you write the challenges that are now facing by these industries. Now question suggests, then how many hours are good for studies? See, initial stage you have to give more time. When suppose you are, this is your initial time, you are means you have no any idea about the polity, what the things required in polity, history. You are very much all these subjects are very new for BTech student or any science background student, because all these subjects we already study in class till class 10. After class 10, everybody's streams are changed. So all subjects are very new for you. Initial stage you have to give more time. Okay, like first 9 month, 10 month, 11 month, 12 month of your preparation, you have to give more time, because it will take a time to understand the entire procedure in a proper manner. Okay, it will take a time to understand all these things. Within a month, nobody will able to know the things, how to prepare for this. Nobody become expert within a 2 month or 3 months. I know all these things, which important news, which NCERT, which topic is important. It will take a time, and believe me, it will take 1 year for you to know the things in a proper manner, where you have to focus. Okay, so initial stage you have to. If you have not doing any job, if you are a self-study student, if you are sitting in your room and you just come for 2 or 3 hour classes for your GS class, then apart from this 2-3 hours, you have to give extra 8 to 10 hours regular basis. Okay, if you are not doing any job in that case. Okay, and 8 to 10 hours, if you are these days you are giving regular, then it will become a habit for you. And no need to read study entire 7 days. Keep your 1 day free, means you will able to do your own activities. You want to visit your relative place, you want to go, you want to hang out with your friends. So no need to study entire 7 days. Keep study 6 days with a routine way, in a proper manner. There is should be a timetable. There should be a strict timetable, where you every day you have to complete your things whatever you already target. Okay, so keep 1 day, that will be make you rechargeable, means you will make you refresh. Okay, whatever you things want to do of particular 1 day, but always be honest with your study. Okay, today you will study 8 hours, and then tomorrow 2 hours, then day after tomorrow 1 hour, then again 2 days, after 2 days you will study for again 12 hours. There should be, this not be a discontinuity, okay. Continuity in the manner ki you should come, if you are able to read you want to sit 6 hours, then complete regular basis you sit 6 hours, okay. And that is depend on your body strength, about your mind ki how much you are able to complete within a 1 day. So this is the third statement given, factor responsible for primary, secondary and tertiary sector, and the class 12 NCERT is basically helps to means know the things given in this syllabus, okay. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt? How many centers are logging here? How many centers? Please, can you show me your presence, those who are watching right now, this means attending this class, okay, because I am able to know whether you are means getting the things what I am discussing here or not, okay. Be interactive, ask question if you have any doubt, because you all are very new, nobody is an expert here, all are very new. This is first class of your session, so try to ask question if you have any doubt. Now this is the third statement, and the fourth given in your statement in syllabus, main syllabus. This is the factor responsible completed, and important geophysical phenomena. Important geophysical phenomena. Now this geophysical phenomena include your like volcanic activity, earthquake, tsunami and cyclone, okay. In mains examination GS, GS paper 1, these are very important for prelims mains point of view, and also for prelims point of view, because some question will come in objective manner about the volcanic activity, about the process of volcanic activity and the reason behind for the occurrence of the earthquake or particular location of our country or particular location of the world, and even tsunami, you know, tsunami and cyclone are most important. Cyclone most important, because you know this year again we already seen two type of cyclone, one Vayu cyclone and Phony cyclone, and both cyclone are means categorized by our IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, as very severe cyclone. Very severe cyclone, one category that shows that a cyclone is very dangerous as compared to the previous cyclones, okay, as compared to the previous cyclone. Now the time period of this cyclone is already defined. Means in the month of September, October, November, every year, September, October, November, there will be a cyclone. The cyclone will be formed in Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, and they will strike the Indian coastal land surface. We already know that this is the time period, but the time period of volcanic activity, earthquake and tsunami, nobody knows. Nobody predict the after 2 days the earthquake will be occur of a particular location. But in case of cyclone, you know, when you will read a newspaper or search Google it news about the suppose some news about the cyclone, you will see yes you will see like some time you will see within means next 24 hours cyclone will be hitted the coastal area of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha coastal areas, okay. how IMD predict this, how forecast about the what will happen in next 24 hours, because we already know the formation of cyclone, where cyclone is forming, and what are the stages of cyclone formation, and how many hours or how many days, after how many days this will be come and landfall near the coastal areas. Now for this point of view, this is considered disaster management also, about the district management, about the state government, how they doing making a policy, and how they trained their forces, disaster management forces, to control and to relocate the people within a given time, and that will not killed so much people and not much affected a large section of people. So this is about also disaster management. So cyclone is very important for prelims point of view also and mains point of view, because a cyclone is again related with the climate change, like burning of fossil fuels, increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and because of we see the climate change or global warming phenomena, and that makes cyclone more dangerous. In coming year, even scientists of foreign countries, even Indian scientist country, they forecast that in given year, cyclone that will be formed in Indian Ocean or Bay of Bengal, that will be more dangerous, that will kill more people. So state government or Indian government policy will be in such a manner that they will be able to make that area a sensitive area, that means no any other further in future, no any construction, no human settlement allowed by a government. Okay, so this type of question will come in mains examination, where you have to write a very good answer, where you have to suggest the things what government should do, because this answer your mains copy, those who are selected will secure a good rank like 1 or 2, 3. Their answer even read by an expert, senior IAS officer also. This year, suppose the one those who secure good rank and their optional is geography, then their answer read by a very policy makers, what they are suggest about the any. Suppose there are many questions will come in mains examination. GS paper 1 20 question, GS paper 3 20 question, GS paper 2 20 question, 80-100 questions are there, and out of 100 questions 10 to 20 questions are such questions that is related with the current issues faced by Indian government, and those who are writing a very good answer, even expert read their answer, and if they will find some good suggestion that will be utilized to make a new policy. So after becoming an IAS officer, you will not have to make a policy. Your answer you think yourself as an IAS officer, and if you will see any challenges, any things in front of you, you try to solve these things as an IAS officer. You think yourself, if I am a DM, I am district collector of a particular place, or if you are IPS or SP of any district, then how you will able to tackle the problems. Okay, because this is a behavioral activity. This is the activity is not learned by from any book or any textbook. This is developed by you own, because when you will think yourself in a proper manner, in a proper direction, when you will follow discipline, then you will able to write a good answer. This is a trick to how you will able to select this examination. Be honest, be disciplined, always in discipline, and whatever you are thinking, think in a broader manner. Think like an IAS officer, how they are thinking, how they are making such a big policy, and that policy helps a lot of thousands, lakhs of people of our country. Okay, so Sajal Jain, I will explain. There one session will be there in coming Saturday. There is this is about the writing skill. So this is a complete session is about the writing skill, where I will explain you how to write a good answer. Okay. So writing skill, it is a skill now. When I am saying the skill, it is a skill means it's an art. Means you will able to learn this skill. It will take a time to learn this skill. That's why we called as a perfect dancer. Why Michael Jackson was famous? Because he know how to move his body parts in a different manner. That means even done by many other peoples. So it is a one type of skill. Similarly, answer writing is a skill. Means after reading a question paper, a picture should be come in your mind. What are the things required? What are the points should be mentioned in your answer? That should be highlighted in your answer. No, suppose the question is about the reason of cyclone formation in India. Question is about reason of cyclone formation in India in mains examination, and you are writing the entire procedure of cyclone. That explanation explain the reason for cyclone formation in Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, North America, South China Sea, every location. You are writing entire procedure about the cyclone formation all over the world. But the question is about the Indian case, Indian perspective, because what are the reason behind the cyclone formation in Indian perspective. So you have to write answer in a selective manner, in a whatever the things ask, that you have to write a limited answer. Okay, so volcanic activity, earthquake and tsunami, all these three will do in geomorphology. You know, the subject when we talk about the physical geography basically include your geomorphology. Second is your climatology. Third is include your oceanography. Okay, three important part of physical geography, and this in all three topic you will be able to read in a proper manner from class 11 NCERT. The fundamental of physical geography, where you will see the topic geomorphology also. Whatever the things given in your 11 NCERT, that much is sufficient. No need to go beyond any other book or any other things. Climatology, what are the topics given, subtopics like you will see temperature given, inversion of temperature, air mass, cyclone, everything is given here. In class 11 NCERT, volcanic activity, earthquake, tsunami also given in your class 11 NCERT, that is given in your Indian geography book. In class 11 NCERT, there are two books. One is about the fundamental of physical geography, another is about Indian physical geography. So in that case, last chapter were given about natural hazards, they are given about tsunami, and cyclone is the part of your climatology. So we will complete cyclone, entire process of cyclone we will see in climatology. Okay, so climatology will see there are different types of cyclone. One is called tropical cyclone, another is called temperate cyclone. Then how both cyclone are different, we will see the difference between temperate and tropical cyclone, reason behind this cyclone formation in Indian oceans more frequently, and why this cyclone is categorized as more dangerous cyclone. This is the big question, why these cyclones, recent year cyclones are categorized more dangerous cyclone. So this type of things you will prepare for a mains examination. Okay, static portion plus current affair. So this is the fourth part where you will see important geophysical phenomena. And why it is called geophysical phenomena? Because this is not happen because of human activities. This is happen because of something geographical location, because of something happening inside the earth, and some temperature changes, something changes in atmosphere, because of this cyclone happen. And volcanic activity, earthquake and tsunami. See, earthquake are basically, it's also a natural earthquake and man-made earthquake also, because of nuclear explosion, a collapse of dam. When a big dam water reservoir is collapsed, so water is falling very faster rate, so in that case we experience a earthquake. So we can say earthquake is both natural and man-made, but here we have to focus more on natural earthquake. Okay, and volcanic activity, that is entirely natural, means whatever the things happening inside the earth, inside the earth, what are the things happening inside the earth, and because of this earthquake and tsunami generate, means some process, some forces inside the earth that is responsible for occurrence of earthquake and volcanic activity. Okay, we see the location, volcanic activity is not randomly you will find anywhere. You will see a volcanic activity more Japan islands, Indonesia islands, some South China Sea island, western part of North America and South America. Please keep your atlas in geography class and try to see the location. Okay, try to see the location when I am saying this is the part of the world. When I am talking about the North America, you just see the North America map western part, when we see the western coastal part, see the western, what are the things present in western part of North America. Okay, so this one is the fourth part, statement of. And the fifth one is about important geographical location and their changes like ice caps and water. Basically, important geographical location like Himalaya is present in northern part of our country, and if the changing glacier of Himalaya, then this will be a question. This will be a question in your mains examination. Ice caps and water. At the same time, you will also see the things given about the flora and fauna this location. Flora basically, you know, a plant, a vegetation. Flora basically vegetation or plant, and a fauna basically animal kingdom. When we talk about animals, that is called fauna, and flora vegetation, plant. So because of, you know, a recent activity like climate change, we see some changes in the migration of animals. You know, polar bear is present in Arctic regions, and because of this climate change, polar bear is now migrated from that north pole toward the moving toward the equator, because their polar bear will only survive in their own natural habitat. Okay, dolphin, we see a dolphin, Indian Gangetic dolphin. Now, you know, the Gangetic dolphin is present in Ganga rivers. Okay, Irrawaddy rivers in Myanmar, Irrawaddy rivers present in Myanmar. So because of more siltation, because of more pollution in Ganga river, habitat of this dolphin is disturbed. So because of this, there means population is declining. So that is the some part of your environment you have to study in geography also. So anyhow, we can say that geography and environment both are overlapping. Some part of means you will able to understand environment in a proper manner when you will know the geography very well. Okay, so like the flora and fauna, they are a migration activity because of the climate change. Okay, Royal Bengal tiger is present Sundarban biosphere reserve. Sundarban near West Bengal and Bangladesh, both are a part, both means include a part of Sundarban. So you know, their Royal Bengal tiger adaptation is different from tigers you will see present in different tiger reserves of our country. Okay, so that's a different, because the Royal Bengal tiger only survive in a marshy land area. We know, you know, mangrove vegetation is there. So in that location, they very good in swimming. They also know very well that tigers present in Royal Sundarban Delta, Sundarban biosphere reserves. So these animals and the plants basically depend on the type of climates. Okay, climates define the location, the presence of these animals and plant. If any change in climate, you will also see the changes in vegetation pattern. Also, you will see the changes in migration of animals. Either their population is declining or their population increasing. So one time will come when these animals, some of the important animals, will become extinct. When we say extinct, it means disappear. Nowhere we will be able to find such animals. For example, in our country, you know, cheetah, Asiatic cheetah is extinct in 1952. So since 1952, Asiatic cheetah is not found in India. Okay. Similarly, you know, Gir National Park, Asiatic lion, India is the only place where Asiatic lion is present. This was the question in prelims examination 2019. So be prepared with such type of things. Some factuals should be also keep in your mind. Some conceptual part also keep in your mind. Okay. So location, when we talk about the ice caps and the some flood, you see when a river is means coming from Himalaya, when enter plain area, it means this is a reason cause a flood some location. We call it a Kosi river. Kosi river is called Sword of Bihar. Damodar river is called Sword of Bengal, West Bengal. Why these rivers are means always in a continuous manner are means causing flood in such location. So that is the because of this something changes, location of a particular geographical feature changes, some activity happened and we see the result some other location. This is the things we have to study in entire geography. Okay. Now if you have any doubt regarding the syllabus, you just ask question here. You all online students, if you have any doubt. Amritsar, Ranchi, class, no Sajal, not start directly from class 12 NCERT. It's no. Class 12 NCERT, why you are in hurry? Don't be in hurry. Try to complete your textbook, try to give time, okay? Because this is the initial stage, no, you will not know everything in well. Something like in geography, a basic part like latitude, longitude, the different types of latitude, movement of the sun, how sun means basically sun is not actually moon, it is earth moon, but in geography we will study about, when we talk about the, because we will see the migration of the sun, apparent movement of the sun, we can say, we assume that sun is moving. So in that case you will able to know the seasons, different seasons, how season changes, okay, and different location of the earth, why equator is more hotter, why polar is more colder, there are many reasons behind this. So class 12 geography is basically your human geography, and human geography will only understand once you know the physical geography, because physical part of the world, a physical part of the location is defined the settlement and the culture and the economic activity of the people of a particular location. So it very good is important to start with your basic some standard book, not directly from class 12. Okay. Okay. So when we talk about geography, can you define geography? What is geography basically? Basically G means earth, and graphy basically description, or we can say geography is the description of the earth in simple language. Okay, and the first person who used the term geography was the Eratosthenes. The first person who coined the term. He was a Greek scholar okay, was the Greek scholar who was the term Eratosthenes, the first who coined the term geography. So basically it is a description of the earth that describe the earth in detailed manner. What are the things you are seeing on the earth surface? You see the mountains are present, plateaus are present, a flow of rivers are present. Okay, persons like you will see human settlements are there. So these are the some things you see about the climate, atmosphere you see. That is about the geography, a detailed description of the earth. And earth include your both when you talk about the earth. Okay, so shape of earth is geoid shape of the earth. The shape of the earth is geoid. Basically, what is the meaning of geoid? A flat top, bulge at the equator. So this is, you know, this is the pole, a flat pole, and this is the bulge at the equator. This is called a geoid shape. Basically, earth-like. Its meaning is earth-like. Earth-like. Basically, a shape of the earth is similar to the earth-like. No object that exists on the earth surface that has a similar shape like the earth shape. So that's why it's called geoid, means basically it's a earth-like shape. That is called a meaning of geoid, that is earth-like. So why the type of shape, you know, you will take a sponge ball, any ball, a sponge ball, and you try to push little bit, then you will see the shape, that is you will see outer portion will become a bulge. So this is the bulge part and the pole become flatter. So that's the shape of the earth called geoid shape. Is it clear? Now, you know, I already explained about these things, geography, basically Indian geography, physical geography and human geography. They are two. Which one, Sajal Jain? It is a shape of the earth, basically a geoid shape, earth-like. Okay, a flat pole. This is the pole, you know, the pole. This is called a north pole, and this one is called south pole, and this is the equator. So the part of equator is, you know, it's bulge, and it's when you will take any sponge ball and then you try to push little bit, you will see the shape, and that is the exactly shape of the earth, that is called geoid. Okay. So in geography, the first thing you will try to read NCERT of try to start NCERT from class 6, and in class 6 NCERT you will see the first chapter about the universe. Okay, universe, that is astronomy, that is astronomical subject. Things that is present in space. When we study about the space, the things will study in space. So what we know, Earth is a planet, okay, and similar to the Earth, there are other planets are also present, and our planet is a part of solar system. Solar system is a part of galaxy, and galaxy is the part of universe. Okay, so what we know, Earth basically part of planet basically part of Earth is a planet, and some other planets are also present, and this is considered as we called as a solar system, and this solar system is a part of galaxy, and galaxy is the part of universe. Okay, so our main approach is here to study about the Earth, that is the planet, and this planet is a part of solar system and galaxy and universe. We will see one by one, and the important term we will discuss today about the galaxy. What is galaxy? You know, solar system, planets, asteroids, asteroids belt, comets, meteorites and dwarf planet. Okay, things that is important to know about astronomy. That is the basic things, and UPSC will not go beyond these things. Okay, they can frame a question from this some basic part, and these things are important for current affair also. How you will able to know current affair? Because like ISRO missions like Chandrayaan 2 mission, okay, Aditya L1 mission. These are some recent mission, and there was a Mars orbiter mission that is sent to the Mars planet. ISRO missions, at the same time you have to also study about NASA, like Juno mission. One mission is called Cassini, New Horizon, okay, O-series, Rex missions. These are some space missions. Some space missions, you know, at the same time, this is the static portion. You should know first thing, what is the star, solar system, planet, asteroid belt, comets and meteorites. And now ISRO and NASA is also sending some of the space exploration mission. You can say space exploration missions. Okay, some missions, that is UPSC already had asked question about Juno. The mission, space mission about the Jupiter, to study the moons of Jupiter. Juno mission. Cassini, that is for Saturn. New Horizon, O-series Rex, this is about to study the asteroids. Bennu asteroid, the name of the asteroid is Bennu. Some missions like Aditya L1 missions, India's mission, ISRO, that is to study the sun, outer layer of the sun. The Aditya L1 mission. Chandrayaan 2, already you know about the moon mission. ISRO Moon's Exploration Mission, very famous mission. So next year or this year mains examination, next year prelims examination, possibility of the question will come from Chandrayaan 2 mission, Aditya L1 missions, and some of the recently, you know, missions that is launched by NASA, and this is again important for your UPSC mains and prelims examination. No connection, Dibrugarh. No connection. It's a local problem. Okay, so what do we know about the universe? So, you know, one theory behind that explain the origin of universe, that given a theory name is Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory, or इसको also called universe expanding hypothesis. Big Bang theory or universe expanding hypothesis. The scientist who behind this theory, the name of scientist in 1927, the name of the scientist called George Lemaitre, the very hard to pronounce the name George Lemaitre, was the person who had given the theory Big Bang theory. What you want to say that our universe, whatever you think see in universe, in space, when you see toward the sky, what are the things you will see? You will see stars, okay, sun, moon, planets, asteroids, okay, meteors. These are the things what we know, the present in the space. He said that whatever the things present in the space, all 13.6 billion year ago, 13.6 billion year ago, all matters present at a single point, or this is called also singularity. Single point means this is the single points, and this single point was exploded. It was explosion, a big explosion happened 13.6 billion years ago. All the matters, stars, suns, moon, planets, asteroids, meteors, comets, what are the things you know? Billions of stars are present, millions of galaxies are present in this universe. All are present at the single point, that is called a singularity. And event that happened 13.6 billion years ago, because of this, the scientists said there is infinite temperature, infinite density, okay. And what happened? This was exploded, and because of this explosion, we call as universe is expanding. The things are separating from each others. Things are spreading from each others. They are means moving a distance like this, and still in today's so it was 13.6 billion years ago. All the matters that is visible, no? Is it visible? Visible, no? This is the that was means exploded, a big explosion taking place, and it was the matters that is present exploded, and they are spreading away. They are means stretching away from each other. Means a distance between these are increases. So this was the, and it could be again, it could be still expanding in future also. So a Big Bang theory explained that the universe, basically universe include everything. Whatever things you know, galaxy, everything is included in universe. So all the matters was present at a single point called singularity, and because of the high temperature, high density, means you cannot measure the temperature and density, infinite temperature, infinite density. Okay, and it's what exploded, and the matters are means moving away from each other. A distance is increases. So this is the called a Big Bang theory, given in 1927, that is called George Lemaitre. Sajal Jain, you know one thing, whatever you think you are seeing in universe, what are things you are seeing? You know in universe present, in our sun is present, other planets are present apart from our earth, other 7 planets are present, galaxies are present, billions of stars are present. So 13.6 billion years ago, when billions years ago, all the matters are present at the single point, as you know, a dot, a single dot. Everything is single dot include your galaxies include, stars include, everything is included here, okay. And it was exploded so violently, and because of this, now the matters are moving away from each other. Still they are means moving apart from each other. So this is called a universe expanding hypothesis given in Big Bang theory. A universe expanding hypothesis, that is called your explanation behind the origin of universe. Okay, so this is that means the theory. You should know just things. You have a concept. No need to because it's still a debatable. It's not a completely proved theory. So in UPSC, question will come about the what is the theory is all about. Maybe a statement given. Which of the following statement is correct regarding Big Bang theory? So you should know okay, this is given by George Lemaitre, and same after 2 years, same after 2 years, after 27 means 1927, in 1929, the name of Hubble, I don't know this exactly the name, full name, Hubble was proved that universe is expanding. Okay, he had given the theory. George Lemaitre given the theory. He said that all the matter was present at a single point, and big explosion was taking place 13.6 billion year ago. And Hubble was, a space Hubble telescope, a recent Hubble telescope that is given the name by the Hubble scientist. And he had proved that this is true, and universe, the matters present in universe, they are moving apart from each other. The distance between the things are increases. A very good example given in your NCERT is, suppose you are take one balloon, before filling air, you just mark a dot, and when you will fill air, the balloon air inside the balloon, when it will become more and more bigger size, the dots are separating from each other, means they are moving apart from each other. The simple experiment you will do in your home that explain you will able to understand the things how matters are moving apart from each other. Basically, a galaxy is moving apart from each other. Okay, so this is called Big Bang theory, universe expanding hypothesis. Now, what is expanding here? Basically, galaxies are expanding. Now, what is galaxy? When you say galaxy, what is galaxy? Basically, it is a huge collection of dust, stars, and gases that all hold together by gravity. Okay, basically galaxy kya hai? It is a huge collection of dust, gases, stars are present, and that all are held together by the force called gravity. Okay, and there are three types of galaxies are there. Types of galaxy include your one is called spiral galaxy, like this type. This one is called spiral galaxy, and another one is called elliptical galaxy, like this. This is called elliptical galaxy. And there is no shape, so we can say irregular. Yes, regular, basically no shape. Okay, no shape means any shape will be there, like this is the no shape of the galaxy. That is, there are three types of galaxy, and our galaxy, the name is Milky Way. Our galaxy name Milky Way, Akash Ganga. Okay, it is in spiral. The shape of galaxy is spiral galaxy. Our galaxy, the solar system and the planets, which is a part of solar system, is a part of galaxy, and this galaxy is spiral in shape, and the name is Milky Way. Okay, our nearest galaxy is Andromeda. nearest galaxy. Okay, this is again a spiral in shape. So you see our solar system is the part of this galaxy. Somewhere our solar system is present. Solar system is present somewhere in this galaxy, and this galaxy include your stars. Billions of stars are present in our own galaxy, and you know this type of galaxies are present. Millions of galaxies present in universe, and how much galaxies are present, and you see the lights. Basically, the lights of galaxy coming from the stars are present there. Okay, the stars are present inside the galaxies. That twinkling of the stars means provide light to the galaxies. So name of our galaxy is Milky Way, and our nearest galaxy is Andromeda, because there's some factuals you should know about these things. So now you understood the galaxy. It is a huge collection of dust, star and gases that all hold together by a gravity, a gravitational force. And there are three types of galaxy. Our galaxy is Milky Way spiral. Yes, Sajal? Andromeda. Yes. This is the our nearest name of the galaxy. Is it okay? So a galaxy is clear and universe is clear. Now we'll move inside our galaxy, that is the Milky Way. Now our solar system include, what are the things included in our solar system? When we study in detail about the solar system, one small diagram, a simple diagram of solar system I want to draw here. That is the include your sun, basically sun include, and so nearest star, nearest planet in our solar system, this is entire solar system. It's good to write here, solar system. So this is the planet very near to the sun. The planet name is Mercury, and then next planet is called Venus, and then planet called our planet Earth. Okay, then we have a planet called Mars, and then you will see a belt, a dust belts that is present between Mars and Jupiter. This one is called the big planet called Jupiter is here. Okay, then Saturn. Okay, Saturn has a ring. Basically, all the three planets are ring: Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. And then next planet, that is Saturn, then Uranus, and then Neptune. So basically a type of planet you see, M stand for Mercury, Venus, Earth, okay, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, this Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So, these 8 planets are there in our solar system. 8 planets are there. Previously there was a 9 planet, but Pluto, the planet called Pluto, now this planet Pluto is considered as a dwarf planet. Okay, now this Pluto is considered as a dwarf planet. We will explain what is dwarf planet. See, this is the 8 planets in our solar system, and the this is the dotted belt is called asteroid belt. And this asteroid belt is present between the planets called Mars and Jupiter. Okay. Now, why this? This is a very diagram that you will able to remember your school days. In school days, you already had draw many times this diagram. But here, just you recall your school times. That will helps to basically knows the sequence manner. Okay, the planets which is very close to the Sun is Mercury, Venus, Earth, and this is the called elliptical orbit. Orbit along which planets revolve around the Sun. This is called, this orbit is called elliptical orbit. Okay. So, elliptical orbit basically this is the orbit of the along which the planets revolve around the Sun. Always remember Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, all three have rings. All three have rings, but in case of Jupiter, it's not visible. It's not clearly visible because Jupiter is a planet that is a thick atmosphere planet. So, it is not possible to see the rings. Around the planet Jupiter. Now, the rings of Saturn and Uranus are very clearly visible, but maybe in prelims maybe question will come कि only Saturn Uranus has a ring. Statement is wrong. All 3 planets have rings. Okay. Now, for UPSC point of view, what you should know about, the first thing you should know about the sequence. Basically, it's a very basic question. UPSC will not supposed to ask, but nobody know what type of question UPSC will ask. So, be prepared with the sequence order. Okay. And the planets that is called this planet. This is the planets. These 4 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, is called terrestrial planets, or we can say it's a terrestrial planets. Okay. Planets, when we talk about planets, so total 8 planets are there in our solar system, and there are 2 categories of planet. One is called planets which is very close to the Sun, and that is Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. This 4 planet is called terrestrial planet. And this 4 planet is called basically Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune is called Jovian planets. Means Jovian planets. Okay, means Jupiter like. And the meaning of terrestrial basically means Earth like. Okay, so it means that Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, all 4 planets are Earth like. This composition, I want to say the composition of these planets are basically rock particles, metals are constructed. All these 4 planets are constructed of the same material, that is the Earth. And Jupiter and Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, basically they are Jovian type because they are thick gaseous. Now question is about why Pluto is not regarded as a planet, and why it is despite having the part of our solar system, why Pluto is not considered as a planet. So there was one international agreement. Here I am writing. Is it visible, this partner? See, in August 2000 2006 there was a conference that is called International Astronomical Union, body called International Astronomical Union. In August 2006 they decided, or we can say a short form IAU, decided to remove Pluto as part of the planet. Pluto is not considered as a planet. Basically, International Astronomical Union categorize planet on the basis of three conditions. Okay. According to this organization said that if any planets fulfill all three conditions, then that planet is considered as a part of our, that is considered as a planet. Okay. Now, what are the conditions criteria set by IAU for planets? So, according to IAU, the first point that is the planet, the body should be orbit the sun. It is in orbit around the sun. The first criteria. Okay, the planet, you see all the planets are around the sun, all the planets are around the sun. Okay, the first condition set by IAU. Pluto passed in this condition. Pluto fulfilled this condition. Means Pluto is also have their own orbit. Pluto have also their own orbit, and it around the sun. It revolved around the sun. So Pluto passed in the first condition. Second condition is about it must be a spherical body. Spherical body, basically spherical body means it means shape of the planet basically is depend on their own gravitational force. It must be hydrostatic equilibrium, and the object that is spherical in shape basically depend on their own gravitational force. जैसे अर्थ का अपना ग्रेविटेशन है, अर्थ हैज देयर ओन शेप, spherical body. Okay, again Pluto passed in this condition also. Pluto also means fulfilled the second condition. Third one, it should be clear neighborhood. Now this is the third condition. This is the third condition that not fulfilled by Pluto. The third condition that says that ki when the planet revolved around the sun, it must be a clear neighborhood. Clear neighborhood in the sense ki no other objects in the path of the planet that have same gravitational force as that planet. It means satellite included. It includes satellite, like Earth has their own satellite moon. So that is not the case. But Pluto is not have a clear neighborhood. Means a planet's objects present here is not not a clear neighborhoods. That means that the three categories said by IAU that any planet should fulfill all three categories. So Pluto fulfilled first category, second category, but it can't fulfill the third category. So that's why Pluto was removed as part of the planet. So this is the three essential condition set up by International Astronomical Union that we categorized any planet as any object as a planet, a celestial body. Now because of this, Pluto is called as dwarf planet. So what is dwarf planet? Dwarf planet basically a planet which not fulfilled all the three conditions. That is called a dwarf planet. So this is the Pluto is the dwarf planet, and is not fulfilled all three conditions. All the planets in our solar system fulfill all three conditions, so they are called as planets. Basically you see the objects things in the space that is called celestial bodies. Okay, a common name called a celestial bodies. Celestial bodies, and celestial bodies include both your stars and planets. Okay, it includes both stars and planets. Now the difference between stars and planets, stars have their own heat and light. Okay, like sun there have own heat and light, because basically different, they have own heat and light. Planets reflects light of stars. So like sun is a star, we consider sun is a star. Okay, so stars have their own heat and light, planets they are not heat and light. So we can say both are the part of celestial body, both are called celestial body, and celestial bodies are two type, one is called stars and planets. Okay, this is called some information regarding our solar system. Basically we still we have to explain, I will explain you about the terrestrial planet and Jovian planet, difference between these two, and this belt is called asteroids belt. Basically, you know, the word asteroids and meteorites, basically these are our planet, like planet when our planet Earth was formed 5 billion years ago. When Earth was formed, at the same time all planets are also evolving. Okay, so the materials that is stuck together, small materials stuck together that create a planets. Some of the materials are not become the part of these planets, they are revolving around the sun, that is called asteroid belts. This is called asteroid belt. Okay, so basically asteroid belt is a space debris, it is a remnants of the planets that not become the part of the planets, and they revolve around the sun in a given path. Okay, you know, a best Ceres is considered as the largest asteroid in our solar system. Ceres is considered largest asteroid in our solar system, and this present between this location is the present Earth between Mars and Jupiter. You know, because of the Jupiter's gravitational force, this asteroid belt is not stuck together and become a new planet, because gravitational force of the Jupiter, it's keep away from each and other. If Jupiter was not present, then what happened? This all materials are present in asteroid belts are stuck together and form a new planet. Okay, but it is not possible because the gravitational force of Mars and Jupiter both counter each other, and because of this what happened, the asteroids are become small debris that are present and move around the sun in a given path, a given a belt, that's called asteroid belts. Okay, and meteorites are similar to the space debris. When meteorites enter in atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere, they started to burn. Okay, meteors when enter in Earth's atmosphere started to burn, and that is called when it started to burn, it's called a shooting stars. Okay, meteorites, and when it started to burn, it's called meteors. Okay, that's called a meteors. So try to read NCERT and see know this all this concept. Okay, try to read in NCERT 6th class NCERT, will find the name asteroids, meteorites, Ceres, dwarf planet, Pluto, celestial bodies. Okay, some basic things that will be important for your geography, basic part of geography. Any doubt, student? You have any doubt? Centers, please ask question here. Till now, you have any doubt? How was your today's NCERT session? Just ask question if you have any doubt. I am waiting here. Sajal Jain, you have any doubt? Centers, CL center, please ask your student, what whoever sit in your center, if they have any doubt regarding the today's class, just raise your question. In next class, all student, you should complete class 6 NCERT. Class 6 NCERT. Class 6 NCERT, at least chapter number 1, 2, 3 and 4 chapter. The first 4 chapter of class 6 NCERT. Amarjit Misra, one question, what is Juno and Cassini O series? See, these are the some NASA's space exploration mission. Juno mission is about to study the moons of Jupiter, and Cassini mission is about to know the moons of Saturn planet, and Osiris is a mission of planet is studied about the asteroids, Bennu asteroid. I will explain. First I will give you clear picture about the static portion, and then I will give you some idea about the NASA's mission. Okay, NASA's mission. Okay, Dibrugarh, basically these are the NASA's mission. Juno for a Jupiter, Cassini for a Saturn, and Osiris is a mission that will study an asteroid. Asteroid name is Bennu, B-E-N-U, Bennu asteroids that is present between Mars and Jupiter. That will helps to know the origin of solar system. Some scientists said that this asteroid is if study is going on in a very correct manner, it will provide information to scientists about the origin of life on the earth surface. A living thing, living components, a living matter, that is how living matter present on the earth surface. So many questions behind, many questions that scientists want to know answer by sending these missions. Dibrugarh, one question, gravitational pull. See, because of the gravity of Jupiter and gravity of the Mars, both are means counter to each other, means the asteroid belt is neither attract toward the Jupiter or nor attract toward the Mars. Both the gravity is balanced it, okay, balanced it, and because of this what happened, they flow in a proper path. Okay, if suppose the gravity of Jupiter is dominant, in that case the asteroid belt is more moved toward the atmosphere, Jupiter's atmosphere. That is not in reality. So both are means pulled, basically gravity pull means make a counter to each other and make a balance. That's the here why Jupiter asteroid belt is present between Mars and Jupiter. Is it clear? Dibrugarh, your doubt is clear or not? No doubt? Okay, thank you all. We'll meet again in next class. Yes, sir. Jupiter is bigger in size than Mars. Yes, it's bigger in size than Mars, but balanced basically because of the patterns between the asteroids, between the Mars and Jupiter. You know, some part of satellites are there, moon satellite, like Jupiter's have 79 confirmed moons are there, 79 moons are there of Jupiter, and that's moons also revolve around the Jupiter also, and Mars have their own moons. So what will happen, because of that it's make some more balanced, okay, that's make a balanced, because Jupiter is a gaseous state, no? In a gaseous state, and Mars is a planetary. Jupiter is Mars is a terrestrial planet, Earth like planets, mixed of iron and rocks, rocks are present. So we can say that something means balance there. Is it okay? It will not move towards Jupiter, okay. So because of this, that's why this straight continuous belt. Sajal Jain, in next class you should read class 6 NCERT. Okay, in next class you will read class NCERT, class 6 NCERT, chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a 9, it's not a train number. It's a 1, 2, 3, 9 is not a train number, it's a name, chapter's name, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 chapter number. Okay, in next class, whenever you will have a class geography, you should prepare with all these 4 chapter, read carefully and try to understand the things. And next class, when I will give you information from these things, you will able to understand in a proper manner. Okay, so thank you to all. Meet you in next class.